Oh boy, am I, recording a little bit too much Umineko this week? Maybe. Yes. This is the same day I recorded the previous episode, and I'm supposed to be recording another game right now, but I gotta adjust my schedule so that, I can play a little bit more Umineko today. I'm gonna get so behind my other Let's Reads, but you know what? When a story gets good, it gets good. I think the song that's playing right now is, Door of Summer. The song that's playing right now is Door of Summer. And, I'll let Valor say the first part of his line again. I can't. Alright, I'll say it for him. This rose garden really is a masterpiece.
6年前よりさらにすごくなってやがる。こんなのが似合うなんて羨ましいぜ。
んなことはねえぜ。私にとっちゃ船着き場まで遠くて邪魔なだけなんだけどな。
それは贅沢な悩みだね。
毎朝バラと挨拶してから投稿。素敵素敵。こんなにいっぱいのバラみんなと挨拶してたら遅刻しちゃうね。
演者は残念だな。お腹壊しやすいんだって。
らしいな。腸が弱いんだろうよ。しょっちゅう下痢してるぜ。
I can actually relate to that. I can actually relate to aging with that because I had similar problems when I was younger. Though apparently, my poop was neon green. I won't go into any details because that's disgusting, but that's just the story I overheard from my parents for all these years from when I was younger. I had bad pooping problems. And my poop was somehow neon green for some reason. I don't understand that to this day. I don't understand it to this day. And sometimes that still happens. It still happens! I don't know why. But I won't elaborate too much on this because it is a disgusting subject, and I just began with this video, and I'm already talking about poop. I am very mature. Yes, I am very mature.
おお、レディーにそういうの言うのいけない。
それはすまねえ。そうだよな。女の子のお尻からはマシュマロが出るんだもんな。園児は体調が悪くてマシュマロが水飴になっちまったわけだ。
Well, this is Valor, so he has some leeway to be a little bit immature. Come on, dude.
それはさすがに。
下品が過ぎるね。
Thank you. Thank you. George and Jessica slammed the knee, had a fist. The cousins dual attack. The cousins dual attack. But this time, it actually hit their intended target. George and Jessica slammed the knee and a fist right into either side of Valor's gut. Whack! Smack thud! The smack thud was probably the sound of his knees hitting the ground and him falling over. Normally, Valor possessed the good sense you would expect of an 18-year-old man. However, it seemed that this reunion had brought him back to the mental age he had been 6 years ago. 12 years old. Oh, trust me. Trust me. There's a lot of 20-year-olds I know who still act 12. And bit by bit, Jessica and George realized that they were also returning to the way they'd been 6 years ago. Oh. Thunberg Lily. This charming chat was being observed by Natsuki, gazing through an open window in the hall.
奥様、旦那様がお探しです。
もう少ししたら行きます。まだお昼にもなっていないのに疲れました。
The sparks had been flying between them and Ava's group only a few moments earlier. I'm sorry, I'm gonna repeat that line. The sparks had been flying between them and Ava's groups only a few moments earlier. The others had pounded on class and Natsuki over and over to get Kinzo out of the study. Apparently, they had been fully tricked at last year's family conference after all.
お父様は問題ありませんね。
はい、お任せを。シャノンとカノンも今日の段取りを十分に心得ております。
熊沢は嘘をつくのが上手なようですから心配しませんが、南條先生が少し心配です。隠し事が苦手そうでおられますから。
You know, that is a good question. If they're trying to cover up the fact that Kinzo's dead, why did they invite the family doctor? Maybe to confirm that, you know, he's alive and have him, you know, say that he's doing checkups on Kinzo. But at the same time, when I think about it, having Nanjo there is a little bit suspicious, especially when they're already, you know, a little bit, you know, suspicious of Kinzo's status right now. So having the doctor be there kind of seems a little desperate in my opinion. That kind of seems like a slightly desperate move in my opinion, just to have someone there to confirm whether or not he's dead or alive when nobody really had asked for Nanjo to be there. Yeah, I'm gonna say this now. Having Nanjo be there definitely was not a good idea.
お任せを。可能な限り私が南條先生のお近くで補佐するつもりです。
あなたがいてくれるなら頼もしいですね。本当に助かります。現地の力なくして成し得ないことです。
恐縮でございます。
安心せよ。書斎の密室結界は完璧だ。結界を破らぬ限り誰にも金蔵の秘密を暴くことなどできん。
ええ、分かっています。しかしあなたも先ほどの客間でのやり取りを聞いていたでしょ。
うん、やはり去年の時点で相当の不信感を持たれていたのであろうな。凄まじき毒素を溜め込み振りまいておるわ。
やはり今年が正念場になりそうですね。
今年を何とか乗り越えることはできようが、仏の顔もなんとやらだ。さすがに来年は無理と心得た方がよかろうな。
これほどまでに反魔法の毒素が満ちては
My man!
来年の親族会議でもゴールドスミス教の魔法を維持するのは難しいでしょう。
誰ですかあなたは。
ああ、驚かずともよい。わらわの家具頭を務める男だ。
はじめまして、夏日奥様。ロノウェと申します。どうぞお見知りおきを。
頼れる男だ。この男にも密室結界を守ってもらう。
そうですか。後宮夏日です。あなたにも協力をお願いします。
はい、奥様。魔法世界からお手伝いをさせていただきます。どうかお任せを。
ついでだから私も紹介してもらおうかしら。
Hey, Gap!
はい、リーちゃん。ご無沙汰。ガープか。そなたまで来てくれるとは心強い。遊びに来ただけのつもりだったんだけどね。手がいるようだったら声をかけて。はじめまして、マダム。挨拶するのは初めてだけど、私はいつだって誰のそばにでもいるわ。
Because she could just teleport right there.
こちらのガープはなかなかのいたずら者。先日奥様が自室にてお召しになろうとして床に落とし見つけられなかった頭痛薬。 ガープの仕業でございますよ。
確かに置いたはずなのに見つけられない小物があったらこやつのいたずらを疑うがよいぞ。わらわも昔随分とからかわれたものだ。
そうですか。いずれにせよここは後宮の屋敷です。当家にいる間は当家に従っていただきます。よろしいですね。
もちろんです。心得ております。魔法世界での源氏と思い、どうぞいつでもご用命ください。
Think of me as a Genji of the magic world. Oh my god, Genji definitely represents, Ronove definitely represents Genji like Vergilion represents Kumasawa. With this line alone, Ronove definitely is making so many, basically is confirming all the parallels he has with Genji.
私にも客人の心得はあるつもりよ。家主の顔は潰さないわ。ロノウェもガープも頼れるぞ。しかし魔法の世界と人間の世界は表裏一体。
分かってます。もちろん私も人間の世界から努力します。力を合わせてお父様の秘密を守りましょう。
うん。
いつもの展開だな。どうせ翌日にならなきゃ話は進まねえ。
Organ short, number 200 million in C minor. Ooh, it seems like Bowler wants to speed through this game.
まあそうね。10月4日は私にとっての準備ターンみたいなものだし、バトラに何もする気がないのなら10月5日までのんびりしててくれていいのよ。6人死んだら呼んであげる。
Oh, she puts the most hints before the deaths, didn't she? She put the most hints before them. Of course. That was a very irritating way to say it. The fight wouldn't start until the crime occurred. However, waiting for the crimes to start would mean turning a blind eye towards the murders of the first Twilight. In other words, it would be the same as being content with the fact that 6 people would die.
知ってる？チェスの先手と後手では先手の勝率が2倍とも言われてるのよ。
Yeah, that definitely adds up.
戦術の進歩でだいぶ変わるけどね。後手はドローを狙えれば上々とか言われてるんだっけ？
Wait, what do they say?
先手必勝くらい俺も知ってるぜ。ならどうしろってんだ。
そんなだからあんたは無能なのよ。
Well, it was stated in red that he is.
本当にいい？バトラー、10月4日にだって解くことができる謎は存在するわ。何が解けるかわかる？
まさか。いや、しかし。
まあ見てなさい、無能のバトラー。
I have a general idea what these witches are talking about. I've tried solving it several times myself in the past, but I still haven't found anything resembling an answer. On the contrary, I still can't even understand why that riddle exists. That's right. The reason it exists. Why did Beato prepare a riddle like that in the first place? Oh, the Epitaph! Hold on. Can we see the Epitaph real quick? Oh no, we can't see the Epitaph. Crap! I was gonna take one more look at the Epitaph before, they might reveal, its answer in this game, because I feel like I feel like, since they're alluding so much to the Epitaph, it might be solved again in this episode like it was in episode 3. Oh man, I was gonna reread the Epitaph so that I could, you know, take a jab at solving it because I forgot to do that in the previous episode 4 Theory Zone time. Theory Zone time? Theory Zone time! Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go with Theory Zone time. But yeah, I didn't really, you know, think too much on solving the Epitaph myself. Alright, I kinda have it in my head, like, behold the sweet fish river that flows to my beloved home of old. Okay, yeah. I got the Epitaph kind of in my head. I can't recite it from word, but I still, you know, remember it. I still remember the Epitaph, so hold on. Okay, it's somewhere on the island. The Room of the Gold is somewhere on the island. Maybe? Hold on. That could be it. What if it's in the underground passageway? Like, there's another way to get into the underground passage rather than, you know, the cage that Battler tried opening earlier in the game, like the well? Like, maybe it's the other entrance to the Kuadorian that's from the underground passageway. The underground passageway, some part of the underground passageway, that's where the gold lies. And there's another entrance somewhere on the island behind the Rokkenjima mansion. I forgot the mansion's exact name, but the main mansion. It's somewhere behind the main mansion, nearby the well. The real entrance to the tunnel to the Kuadorian. The well is just, you know, ventilation? Maybe it's a ventilation source. But yeah, there must be another entrance to the underground passageway to the Kuadorian. So that must be where the gold lies. In that passageway. It's a side room off that passageway. That's all I can really get. It's somewhere nearby the well, I think. Yeah, I believe it's somewhere nearby the well, behind the mansion, that could lead someone to, you know, go to the Kuadorian, the underground tunnel. But how Ava found that out is also beyond me, though. Like, she would have to find the well, and coming from a lot of the things that the siblings have said, none of them knew that a well was there. So how Ava got there is a definite flaw to that theory, so shit. I can't really think. Exactly finding the real location of the well, is also very tough because it has to be nearby the mansion. Maybe it's nearby the chapel. Oh, yes. Okay, it might be nearby the chapel because the chapel might have a clue with the, you know, banner above the chapel, the home of the gold. The well might be nearby the chapel. So somewhere around the chapel, that's where the entrance to the underground passage to the Kuadorian is. And the well, that's maybe for ventilation. Though that's a weird ventilation. That's a weird way to do ventilation when I think about it. Like, yeah, it does make sense. Like, that well being there for ventilation does make sense, but wouldn't rain get into the underground passage that way? Well, it was. Oh, the area was quite wet. The area was quite wet. Condensation. Ah! That's why the stairwell to the gold room, as stated in episode 3, was wet seeming. The ventilation and the absorption and the concentration of water in the area because of all the rainwater that's flowed down has made the entire walls of the underground passageway wet. But wouldn't the room with the gold be kind of wet as well? Okay, to some degree it must be moistened, if I go with that. Yeah, this is a messy way of trying to figure out the Epitaph right before we might get the answer in this episode, but for some reason I have a heavy feeling that because of this conversation that Lane of the Delta and Burn Castle are having with Battler, this episode might be the time when we finally figure out the answer to the Epitaph. So yeah. Yeah, that's basically my only answers to Beto's riddle. Like, that's the only place I can think of as location of the gold. Though I didn't really follow the riddles, you know. I didn't really follow the riddle to get to that answer, so it's messy reasoning, but I'm gonna go with it because like everyone else, the riddle was a little bit beyond me to figure out. I apologize. That's right. The reason it exists. Why did Beato prepare a riddle like that in the first place? We all discussed it together from time to time in past games. However, I've been avoiding thinking about it under the assumption that there's no point in investigating the riddle unless we can solve it. Yeah, I was kind of the same. This time, I should change my viewpoint. I shouldn't just focus on the obvious parts, like the truth of the riddle and how to solve it. What's more important is why that riddle was set up in the first place, and displayed for us to see. That's what I should be thinking about. And the one proposing that riddle is Beatrice. Even if I can't solve it, I should be able to try and figure out what Beato was thinking when she showed it to us. Alright, this time, I'm turning the chessboard over. The witches keep calling the witches keep calling me incompetent. Let them laugh. My enemy isn't dumb. I'm continuing our match, Beato. You go, Valor. You go, my man. Ooh. And the rain has commenced.
お、とうとう降り始めたようやな。
やれやれ。土砂降りは心の中だけにしたかったもんだぜ。
The people in the parlor noticed that rain drops had started to drip down the window.
これで親族会議が終わるまで私たちには逃げ場なしってわけね。
The song that's playing right now is Witch and Gold, Symbolo.
それは兄さんたちだって同じよ。逃がさないわ、絶対に。こっちのカードは悪くないのよ。兄さんは虚勢を張ってるだけだわ。絶対に屈服させてみせる。
取引っちゅうんはな、相手を任すもんとちゃうで。落としどころを用意しておいて、相手に花を持たせて自らに座らせるもんなんや。
秀吉さんの言う通りだわ。さっきの話もちょっと追い詰めすぎよ、エヴァ姉さん。兄さんにはあれくらいでちょうどいいわよ。
なんだ、ローザは寝ちまったのか。
朝が早かったとぼやいとったな。ま、昼寝もええんとちゃうか。
下手すりゃ今夜は徹夜だ。今から仮眠も賢いかもな。
Out of consideration for Rosa, who had fallen asleep on a sofa, the others quietly left the parlor. And Rosa slept. Yep, just like I said. Rosa slept, unaware. After telling Maria to just stay where she was after that tantrum over not being able to find her rose, Rosa slept, unaware that the rain had started to fall. Oh, are we about to see Maria get the letter? The rain poured down, as though it had been saving up for this moment. Of course, Maria noticed that the rain had started falling, and was soaking her to the bone. However, that just made her even more stubborn. Unable to find the poor, slightly unhealthy rose that she herself had marked, she just couldn't stand having that search be interrupted by something like the rain. Is this the first time we're actually seeing Maria get the letter? Like, I know in episode 2 we saw her get the letter when she was with Rosa outside, but is this the first time she's getting the letter when she's by herself that we're seeing? I think so. Yeah, we didn't get a scene like this in episode 3 or 4, so yeah, this must be the first time we're actually seeing Maria get the letter when she's by herself. So the more the rain fell on Maria, the more stubborn she grew. And she wandered around the rose beds. Wait. Is this the first? No, wait, this might not be the first time. Is this the first time? No, I don't think this is the first time. No. I think in episode 4 there was a scene where the rose was revived. Or episode 3. I don't think this is the first time we're seeing this scene, actually. Am I already getting gaps in my memory? Damn it. As she did, from behind her back came a patter-patter. The sound of approaching footsteps. No, yeah, I feel like we saw this scene in episode 3 or 4. We saw the scene, yeah. But I can't remember where, though. I can't remember when or where and what exactly happened, but I think we had a scene like this before, where Beatrice revived the rose when Maria had her eyes closed. Yeah, we definitely had a scene like that. Yeah, I almost forgot that. Yeah, there was definitely a scene in the question arc where Beatrice revived Maria's rose, from my memory. Or am I just remembering the scene in episode 2 and thinking that that had happened for a second time? Okay, there's like over 150 hours of content in the question arcs. There's gonna be points where I might forget something. Then, whoever it was stepped in a very small puddle, making a light splashing sound, and Maria finally heard. However, even the slight distraction that sound caused made her feel irritated, and Maria ignored it, despite having heard it.
Konnichiwa.
Maria turned around, bewildered. Golden sneer. After all, that voice was one she didn't recognize at all. On this sealed-off Rokkenjima, that voice belonged to no person she knew. Oh, it's a new character. It's a new character. Oh, she didn't come in contact with Beatrice this time. It's the new character.
探しました。大変でございます。
Klaus and Natsuki had been privately discussing what should be done next, and if I'm gonna repeat the sentence. Oh man, I'm getting hyped. Klaus and Natsuki had been privately discussing what should be done next in the deserted corridor on the 3rd floor. Genji had searched everywhere for them.
どうしたのかね。シーツを雨に濡らした程度ではそこまで慌てることでもないと思うがね。
何事です？何か粗相でも？
海難事故で漂流されたと申す方が先ほどお屋敷にいらっしゃられました。
Klaus and Natsuki couldn't help but go wide-eyed and look at each other. This was the first time they had ever heard of someone coming to this island uninvited.
漂流？それは本当かね。気の毒に。来客として丁重に扱いたまえ。
Oh, wait. Could the person at the beginning of this episode be the same person that was on the phone with Natsuki? Oh, okay. Okay, this could be the same person, or it might be a completely different person who was on the phone. Things are getting interesting.
今はどうしているのかね。
南條先生が診察しております。まだ診察中ですが、私の見た限りお疲れの様子ではありますが、怪我などをされているようには見えませんでした。
それはよかった。私と夏日は今大切な話をしている。終わったらすぐに見舞いに行こう。その漂流者にはぜひくつろいでほしいと伝えたまえ。
かしこまりました。
Genji bowed deeply and started to leave, but Natsuki called him to a stop. Genji stopped walking, and Natsuki jogged up to him.
Genji, その漂流者は男です
お嬢様くらいの若い女性でございます。
The ages do match up. Well, no. Jessica is 18, and the person on the phone call kept on mentioning 19 years ago, so there's a year difference. Yeah, there's a year difference. But he did say about the same age, so this mysterious drifter might be 19. About the same age. Jessica is 18, which is 1 year before 19. Oh, man. Okay, this episode's getting really intriguing. I'm actually... Ooh, this episode's actually, like, getting me more invested than the previous 4. Yeah, I think episode 4 might be having a run for its money for the #1 position in my favorite visual novels list with this. It's getting a run for its money.
女性？そうですか。結構です。下がりなさい。
The parlor of the mansion was busted. The adults gathered, concerned about the well-being of the sudden guest.
まあ自力でバラ庭園まで歩いてこれたなら命に別状はねえだろうな。
転ばぬ先の杖やな。ライフジャケットのおかげやろ。あれがなかったら溺れ死んどったかもわからんで。
どんな子だったの？ジョージやジェシカちゃんより上？下？
シシカお姉ちゃんよりは下だった。
Well, that might throw out anything about the, the person on the phone being the same as the drifter that arrived on the island, if they're younger than Jessica. Though, of course, this is Maria's perception, so... who knows?
ライフジャケットと水着だった。ヘトヘトみたいだった。
漂着したのが船着き場のあたりだったなら本当に不幸中の幸いね。もし島の反対側だったら大変だったわ。
She would have been to the Ecuadorian then.
しかし気の毒ね。この天気じゃきっと船も来られない。明日いっぱいまで彼女もこの島に釘付けかしら。
At that moment, the door clunked open, and everyone looked in that direction.
皆様、
Hey, Goda.
いかがですか?
Hey, Goda. It was Goda and Ken, with the latter pushing a serving cart laden with a tea set. Goda understood well that doing a little extra at times like this would earn him points. The relatives, hungry for information, crowded around Goda. Goda ordered Cannon to serve the tea, and became the sole object of the relatives' attention. Yep, as per usual.
ゴダさん、どうなんだいその子は。元気そうなのか？
さあ、わかりません。ですが、心配ご無用。南條先生がつきっきりで見ておりますし、熊沢もシャノンも一緒です。どうぞ、ご安心ください。まずは紅茶でおくつろぎになってはいかがですか？さあ、カノンさん、早く配って配って。
たく、なんで僕が。
Kennen knew that this tea was just Goda's way of earning points. So he lined the cups up with a slightly sullen air.
おう、マリアも手伝う。
大丈夫です。マリア様はそのままでお待ちを。
おお、マリアも配膳やる。
南條先生にはお会いしてないの？何か言ってなかった？
ええ、先ほどお会いしましたところ、それほどの外傷はないそうで、私もちらりとお見かけしたところでは。
Just as Goda had successfully captured the Okay, actually, before I continue on this line and repeat what I was saying, I just now noticed that my camera is about to run out of space for this card, so I'm gonna have to, shut up right now and replace the card in my camera so that, there is going to be no missing footage. So, I'll be back in a second. Just as Goda had successfully captured the gazes of all present, and was about to start talking knowledgeably about the subject, Nanjo returned. Of course, Nanjo instantly became the center of attention. Ken turned his back on Goda, who seemed downhearted.
Nanjo sensei, どうなんですか、容体は。大丈夫そうなの？
皆さん、ご安心を。大丈夫です。怪我は何もありませんでした。だいぶ疲労しているようですが、今夜特に熱を出さなければ何事もないでしょう。
ならよかったわ。お医者様はいても病院はないものね。
I don't know why, but Rosa's smile right here is just, for some reason, is a little unsettling. Everyone was relieved to hear that the girl was in good health. When Nanjo gave the more detailed results of his examination, concluding by saying that she was young, and should therefore be fine, everyone who no longer fell under this description nodded in assent. But Maria senses something is up.
やっぱり船は怖い。落ちる。
Hey, don't jab at Battle like that, Maria! Feel free to say as many things about Battle as you want, Maria.
バトラの言う通りだった。
マリアちゃん、それバトラ君には内緒ね。
ああ、奥様、旦那様。
Goda, who was feeling sorry for himself and handing out cups, called out in an excessively loud voice. Apparently, he was that desperate to get everyone's attention.
客人の具合はどうだね？
はい。別状はないとのことでございます。
そうですか。それはよかった。今はどちらに？
熊沢さんとシャノンさんがお風呂に案内したはずだ。それから服を見立てると言ってましたな。
ならすぐに来るだろう。諸君、親族会議の日ではあるが、不幸な事故で訪れることとなった来客だ。招いた客人ではないが、どうか歓迎してやってほしい。
意義などあるわけもない。賛成や。
同じくだ。女の子には優しくしろっておふくろも言ってたぜ。
あなたはそれを人生のモットーにしすぎよ。ジョージたちも呼んだ方がいいわね。全員で挨拶しましょう。そんなかえって恐縮させちゃうんじゃない？
Ava stood up and made a phone call to the guest house, completely ignoring her sister. At that moment, they heard the sound of a knock, followed by Genji's voice.
源氏でございます。お客様がお越しになられました。
At those words, everyone fell into silence, and the people who had been sitting stood up straight. Here we go! Genji came in first, opening the door slowly, then moved off to the side, bowing deeply and urging the guests forwards. The Great Detective knows. The Great Detective knows? Ooh. The guest had Shannon and Kumasawa following by her side. And though she looked at the large amount of relatives waiting for her in the parlor, she didn't seem overawed in the slightest. Just this single point. show that this girl possessed a dignity appropriate for a guest invited in by the Ushiyamiya family.
フルド様、ご紹介申し上げます。後宮家当主代行、後宮クラウスにございます。
ようこそ六軒島へ。事故でいらしたとはいえ、あなたは当家の客人だ。
Wait a second. Furudo-sama, allow me to introduce you. This is Ushiyamiya class, the representative. Okay, the representative. I thought he just slipped. Okay, I thought Genji just slipped. I just had to double check that.
歓迎しますよ。どうぞ当家おしばしの間ご自宅と思い。
Oops. Sorry.
ありがとうございます。
Sorry for skipping your line, class.
自己紹介申し上げます。フルド・エリカと申します。
Furudo Erika. Alright. I just realized. Furudo Erika? Come on. Fell from the pleasure boat, Eternal Maid 2. Mid-cruise in the waters near Rokkenjima. Eternal Maid 2? What? Yeah, that definitely does not seem like an actual boat name. She washed up on Rokkenjima on October 4th, 1986. The Ushiyamiya family welcomed her as a guest. She managed to drift to the island unharmed thanks to several miracles, including the life jacket she was wearing. Very original, Lambda Delta. Very original. Oh my god. I have to say, the most original part about this character is the fact that they came from a boat called Eternal Maid 2. That was actually a good detail. I have a feeling that, Burncastle really- I mean, not Burncastle, I meant Lambda Delta. Yeah, Lambda Delta. I have a feeling that Lambda Delta really liked the character, a certain character in Higurashi. I feel like she really liked the character from Higurashi and added her Higurashi OC into the game board. Oh my god. I'm already doing this new character dirty by saying that she's a Rika OC created by Lambda Delta that she added to this game board. And also, several miracles? Come on! Come on! Lambda! Lambda! Furudo Erika. Hold on. Actually, I want to do one more thing real quick. Okay, hold on. Alright, so... Okay, only the first character is... No, the first character is not the same. No, the first character is the same. No, the first character is the same. Yeah, the Fru character is the same, but everything else is different. I just wanted to double check the naming of this new character compared to, well, the original character she is based off of. This is a great nod. This is a great nod, and I'm gonna lose my crap if Lambda Delta actually confirms that she based her character off of a certain someone.
この度は後宮家の皆様をお騒がせしてしまい誠に申し訳ございません。招かれざる客人であるにもかかわらずの歓迎、心より感謝いたします。
There was a general sigh of acceptance. Yeah, and I also do agree. Without the pigtails in the back, she's basically Rika. Like, if she lets her pigtails down, she would look exactly like Rika. Yeah, I'm making a lot of similarities with Rika because, come on. Her name is an obvious reference to Rika of Higurashi. Like, this character is an obvious reference of Rika. And in a way, well, Rikishi does seem to like, you know, recycling characters like Okanogi. Okanogi? It only makes sense that, this is sort of a recycle of Rika from Higurashi. Even though, in a way, yeah, Burncastle's also that in a way as well, but Burncastle's a little bit more than just, you know, a character that has the appearance of Rika. It's a little bit more complicated than that. The clothes she had been lent were probably from Jessica's formal wear from long ago. But the composure of her introduction gave the impression of dignity by no means inferior to the clothes she wore. The girl's name was Furudo Erika. She looked slightly younger than Battler and Jessica. Yep, now that completely throws out the possibility of her being the person from 19 years ago that was calling, Nasty. Yeah, that throws out that idea. But her composure and mannerisms were beyond what anyone would have expected from a high schooler, almost as though she was a well-to-do family's daughter.
ちょっと待て。こいつは何者だ？
無能のあんたが主役駒じゃ、ゲームがさっぱり進まないもの。
Oh, wait a second. What?
だから、私自身を駒として出させてもらう。
What? Wait, you can do that? Wait, you can do that! And this wasn't Lambda Delta's poorly made Rika OC! This is you putting yourself in the game! Come on, Burncastle, really? Damn it! You tricked me! I legitimately thought that Lambda Delta added her in to confuse Battler! I didn't think you would add her! I mean, okay, when I think about it, it does make sense now because the song that's playing right now is The Great Detective Knows. And why would Lambda Delta have a detective there? I mean, that's actually a really clever thing to do. Actually, no. That is super clever. Having a detective be there just to mess up the game and have the detective prove things magical. Because they're the detective. That would actually be super clever on Lambda Delta's part, actually, when I think about it. Her putting in her own detective to be misguiding Battler. Oh, man. But, you know what? This idea of Bird adding herself as a piece called Furudo Erika, which, come on, Bird. Really? Honestly, I'm a little bit more disappointed in Bird now. I'm disappointed in you, Bird. Come on, you could have been a little bit more original. Good one, Rikishi. That was a really good addition. Okay, that was a really good addition. A good reference, too. So, yeah, interesting. So, Erika Furudo is Burn's piece. And it's herself? Huh.
まあ、ちょっとしたエキストラね。いくらクローズドサークルだからって、いつも同じ面々ばかりじゃ飽きるでしょ？
ふざけるな。ベアトのゲーム版には存在しない駒だ。俺もベアトも認めない。
ベアトのゲーム版でしょ？ベアトが拒否するってんなら考えてあげるわ。ベアトの意見は
？She just feels disappointed. Beata was unable to answer. Lambda Delta grinned, as though in triumph.
ルールにイチャモンつけてゲーム降りてみる？あんたら推理者の得意技じゃない。
Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit! Damn, Lambda Delta!
自分の意に沿わない要素が一粒でもあったら、それを理由に感触を起こして思考停止を起こすのは。
Oh my god! You go! You know what? You go, Lambda Delta! Holy shit!
安心なさい。このコマについては探偵宣言を出すわ。
探偵宣言？
フルドエリカは探偵であることを宣言するわ。
Okay.
探偵は犯人ではなく。
Okay, so... Okay, I knew she was not going to be the culprit. Like, this new character, I knew she was not going to be a culprit because, come on. She was not in the first 4 games. Why all of a sudden just throw in a random person and then say they're the culprit? Like, that would be a bad idea. Yeah, that would be a bad idea, just to throw in this random character that we never had any past information on all of a sudden, and then say, oh yeah, they're behind this. No. I would not accept that answer, so I'm glad that they clarified that.
その証明にはいかなる証拠も必要としない。
I don't need any.
早い話が、この子を一切疑う必要はないということよ。これなら、人間の駒として登場しても、いつもと変わらずに推理できるでしょ。
ノックス第7条ね。
7th?
探偵が犯人であることを禁ず。
So that means there has to be a 5th and 6th now. Okay, I need to write somewhere where these commandments, what these commandments are. Are these commandments real things? Oh, these are real things. 10 Commandments of Detective Fiction. Oh, okay, no. I'm gonna let the game reveal these. Yeah, I'm not gonna read them. No, I'm not gonna read them. I'm gonna let the game reveal them, then read what they actually are. Okay. Yeah, since they have not revealed the 1st, 2nd, 5th, and 6th, and apparently the 8th, 9th, and 10th, I'm not gonna look them up. No, I'm not gonna look them up. I'm gonna let the game tell me. So the Interarchs are also gonna have their own. They're gonna have their own, concepts that they bring up to help, challenge this board. Like how in the first game had flipping the chessboard, Himble's Raven, Devil's Proof, and Schrodinger's Catbox Theory. Now we get Nox's Commandments. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I can't wait for the next 3 concepts that come up in the next 3 episodes now.
原文には例外条項もあるんだけど、今回は探偵は犯人でないと赤で宣言してるから、例外は考えなくていいわ。言葉遊びは嫌いだから、私も赤で言ってあげる。
Thank you.
フルドエリカは犯人ではない。
副賞要求。フルドエリカはこれまでのベアとのゲームに影響を与えない。
いいわ、応じる。フルドエリカはこれまでのベアとのゲームに影響を与えない。あくまでも今回初登場のエキストラよ。これまでの世界には存在しないし、影響も与えないわ。
なら今の時点での在当者の人数はどうなるんだ。
Good point.
もちろんこれまでの人数にプラス1してもらうわ。でも安心して、フルドエリカは1人増えただけ。それ以外の在当者の人数はこれまでのゲームと全く同じ。
At that time, the loud sound of people running through the corridor could be heard. It was Ballard, George, and Jessica, who had come from the guest house after being called here by Ava. They immediately spotted a guest they didn't recognize, and their eyes went wide.
どちら様？
お客様、落ちるで来たの。
Didn't Kiri ask you not to tell Valor how she came here?
は？落ちる？
源氏さん、こちらの方は？
お客様のフルドエリカ様でございます。フルド様、こちらは当家令嬢のジェシカ様、並びにいとこのジョージ様、バトラ様でございます。
よろしく。後ろ宮ジェシカです。
はじめまして、フルドエリカです。よろしくお願いいたします。
Though Ballard, George, and Jessica didn't have a clue what was going on, and were utterly bewildered, they each introduced themselves. Hold on. Okay, wait a second. I just want to do some math in my head real quick. 1983, Rika was 10. 1986, she would be 13. Though this might not be the same character as Rika, so I can't exactly say that she's 13. because she's, you know, around the same age as Balor and Jessica, so she has to be like 17, 18. Yeah, and totally ignore what I just thought right there. I think she's around 17, 18 because she was noted to be slightly younger than Jessica, but around her age.
好都合じゃない。これで人数がはっきりするわ。ゲストハウスのバトラたちが合流し、今客間には金蔵以外のすべての駒が人間が揃った。
そうなるわね。つまり今この客間にいる人数が在当者すべての人数ってことになるわね。
18人いるはずの島がじいさまが実は死んでて17人になった。そこにベルンカステルの駒が1人追加され。
The number of humans on this island has returned to 18. I glanced around at the humans in the parlor. Oh wait, is this Bird? Oh no, this is Erika, isn't it? Yeah, this is Erika. Oh no, this is Balor. This is Balor. The guest, Furudo Erika. And behind her, Kumasawa-san and Shan-chan. Off to the side was Genji-san. Uncle Klaus and Aunt Natsuki were welcoming the guest. Goda-san immediately started showing off, and Ken-kun was being unsociable, wearing his usual blank expression. There was Dad and Kirie-san, Auntie Ava and Uncle Hideyoshi, Auntie Rosa and Maria, and Dr. Nanjo. Hey, Nanjo! and on either side of me, George Niki and Jessica. This is everyone. The true number of people on the island at the moment.
何しろ僕たちは全員後ろ宮だからね。気兼ねなく下の名前で呼んでほしいね。僕はジョージ。
俺はバトラだ。よろしくな。
ありがとうございます、ジョージさん、バトラさん。私のこともエリカと呼んでもらえると嬉しいです。
よろしく、エリカさん。
Erika was welcomed like a guest, and it was decided that she could borrow the bedroom next to the cousin's room on the upper floor of the guest house. In front of all the relatives, she had seemed dignified and a bit stiff. However, as she talked with George and Jessica, her expression began to soften gradually. And so, the detective, Furudo Erika, was placed on the game board. Interesting. So we now have a detective. Interesting. Oh, this is getting good. This is getting real good.
ジェシカの昔の服、あんなに似合うなんて思いませんでした。
熊沢が勝手にお嬢様の昔の服を使用してしまいました。お許しください。
The clothes Erika was wearing were Jessica's old formal attire. Though the guest possessed a dignity that would put many adults to shame, her body was still physically similar to a middle schooler's. Jessica's old clothes fit her perfectly. I'm interested. You know what? I'm kind of interested. I'm kind of interested in seeing Jessica wear Erika's clothes because they used to be her clothes. You know, I'm kind of interested to see Jessica wearing Erika's clothes because, yeah, these were her old clothes. She definitely has changed her sense of style since then. Yeah, she definitely changed her sense of style since then. But still, that's interesting.
いいえ、お客様にふさわしい身なりでしたよ。もし彼女が気に入るようでしたら、お近づきの印にプレゼントしても良いでしょう。
かしこまりました。ありがとうございます。
警察やご家族には連絡しましたか？
Minute Darkness.
はい。 先方も大層ご心配なされていたようでした。
ところで客人は本当に事故でしょうね。
ご本人は寄港中のボートから転落したとおっしゃっております。
裏付けはありますか？
海保に問い合わせて確認しました。プレジャーボートの後部から転落したそうで、他の乗員たちは気づかなかったようです。実際の転落地点は分かりませんが、おそらくはここの近海でしょう。
You know, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't know my boats. What's a pleasure boat? How did no one notice she fell off one of these? Hold on. How did no one notice she fell off one of these kinds of boats? Because a lot of them seem open roof except for the bayliner. Yeah, except for the bayliner. No. How did no one notice she fell off that sort of boat? Hold on. How did no one notice? Am I looking at the correct kind of pleasure boat? Hold on, I'm just gonna go to images. Oh. Okay, I can see where... Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, I can see where someone might not be able to see that someone fell off in a boat like this, because it's like, you know, enclosed. At the same time, wouldn't it be a little hard to, you know, fall off one of these boats unnoticed, unless it was like this? Oh, yeah, no, I can definitely see where someone, you know, could fall off a boat and no one would notice until, you know, later. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know too much about boats. I'm gonna be honest here. I do not know too much about boats. I don't know too much about a lot of things, so I looked them up.
この悪天候に船遊びなど愚かなことです。しかし、近海で溺れてこの島に漂着することは考えられるのですか？
ありえないことではありません。この辺りの島には大抵漂流民が流れ着いた伝承がございます。おそらく事故は真実ではないかと。この台風です。島のどこであろうとも船での接岸は不可能です。
Genji had already figured it out. Natsui almost certainly suspected that this mysterious guest, who had arrived during the already high-stress family conference, might be a pawn in someone's plot. Therefore, Genji had already checked to make sure that the accident was real, that Furudo Erika was her real name, and that there was nothing suspicious going on.
わかりました。主人も丁重にもてなすようにと指示しています。粗相のないようになさい。ですが、分かっていますね。
はい。親族会議には一切近づけません。夕食後はゲストハウスへお引き取り願います。
I have a feeling that in some way or another, she is going to interfere with the conference. In some way or another, she's going to interfere with it.
客人をお父様に挨拶させろというような流れにもならないよう、よく注意するのですよ。
もちろんです。心得ております。
ほう。
Melody, instrumental version.
フルドエリカとな。このロッケン島に来客とは珍しい。楽しませてくれそうではないか。
Yeah.
ベルンカステル教の駒でしょう。人間のルールに従うとはいえ、プレイヤーは魔女です。侮ることはできませんよ。
問題ない。仮にベルンカステル教本人であろうとも、人間である以上、わらわたちの敵ではない。何しろガープもいる。人間はガープに絶対に勝てる。ありがとう。
Well, George almost, though.
でも買いかぶりすぎは良くないわ。
So, actually no, George almost, yeah, no, I take that back. George definitely would have been screwed still if he even got close to Gap with one of his kicks. Like, if he actually had kicked her, most likely she would make a pitfall up here, right before she got hit. So yeah, George might have had a chance against Gap, but he most likely did not. Well, we also saw what happened with him and Jessica at the end of that battle, so... Yeah, I'll leave it up to the comments whether or not George could have defeated Gap or not. I don't think he could have.
魔女の定義は魔法が使えることだけを意味したりはしない。
ですが、ジョーカーであり、台風の目である。それが魔女というもの。
この六軒島で魔女と名乗ってよいのはこのわらわ。黄金の魔女にして無限の魔女ベアトリーチェのみである。ベルンカステル共鳴、演者の次なるコマがどの程度のものかじっくりと観覧させてもらおうぞ。
Umineko Naku Koroni Shiru Nocturne of Truth and Illusions. Ha ha ha. 7 o'clock. Witch of Miracles. Novelette. Alright. Alright. That is where I'll end this video. Right here. Right now. Oh man. Oh man. You know, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this character, Furudo Erika, goes. I'm actually really fucking excited because this is like one of the few times where a character that gets added later on is interesting to me. I have a feeling that Byrne is going to be pulling some great levels of trollage with this piece. I feel like she's going to do some great levels of trollage with this piece because it seems like we're getting more of a mischievous side of the Witch of Miracles in this game. Wait a second. There's another description for Furudo Erika. Byrne Castle's double, and servant. Also a piece who has manifested in the human world. Because she is a human, she cannot use magic and the like. However, because she is in contact with Byrne Castle in a higher world, and can appeal to her to use higher world miracles and authority on her behalf, it would probably be no exaggeration to call Furudo Erika a human capable of wielding the power of a witch. Through Byrne Castle, she has been given the detective's authority while on the game board. Therefore, even though she's an outsider to the Ushiyamiya family, she possesses the right to demand full attention from everyone when speaking, the right to advance proceedings, and the right to investigate the crime scene before the police arrive, as well as many other special abilities. She gets pleasure from the process of solving riddles, but her greatest joy comes from using that victory to sneer at others. Her greatest joy comes from using that victory to sneer at others? Oh. Byrne, you have quite the piece there. You have quite the piece you added to this game board there. And I honestly cannot wait to see more of them. Hold on. Are you smaller than your own piece?
Okay.